Well, and I hate to break this to you, but you're not going to be able to go on this one, hon. We got you 2 hand boogies, water. Okay, you gotta stay here, honey, okay? Dad's gonna be back, okay? I wish I could take you. You know I would, hon, but I don't want you to get cold, honey. You stay there, okay, hon? Dad be back. I'm sorry. You know I would if I could. Dad doesn't want to get pulled over by the police, hon. With drinking on his brain. Okay, hon, Dad be back. He set you up nicely. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. I'm here to say that there's rumors Santa's gay. Merry Christmas this year. You know that Santa wants to stay. He even thinks himself he may have been born gay. And when the morning child, you'll never know that Santa wants to do some crack and some blow. Look at that pretty tree. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Hell yeah. What a party again tonight, man. Dragon's milk. My Christmas is coming early. Hell yeah. The snow ain't shit. Keeping it real. Look at that ambulance. I moved all that shit in my front entrance, right? So this time when I come home, I don't clobber at all. Slipped on a damn lesbian recyclable, use your own repetitive grocery store bag. Hey, Mary. Yeah, I'm walking over to Ted's. We're gonna party all night. Said he only has to do some paperwork tomorrow. They told me you look so cute in your video. Yeah, I make up some of the craziest rumors. They waiting. Party time is right. I told them we had a baby over 25 years ago. And don't say anything to you when they see you again. They said they would like to have you over sometime at their place and bring your boyfriend over there. Said you seem like a nice person. I said, yeah, she really is. That's who I get all my Oxycontin from. Yeah, man. West Branch on an open fire. Hey, Jules. Oh, same to you. Hey, Mystique. Just partying here. It's a nice night right now. This is like Wonderful Life. Hey, Penny. It's a wonderful life. Yeah, that's all right. That's the usual reaction that I get. But I really do. One thing I'll give myself credit for, and then when I lay this bullshit on people, I really pull out my A game. I'm sober, I'm polite, and I always cap it off with, please don't ever say anything to Mary. And that just does a great job of fortifying that lie. It just seems to put the final icing on the top to where I seem to have a lot of credibility and there's no reason for me to lie. And then I keep giving them examples that I'm trustworthy to back that up. Yeah, I can pull it off. Even, like I said a million times, Sapolsky, the professor at Stanford, you get someone that's very charismatic and convincing. They show up every once in a while in the gene pool, but they can pull off stuff that most people would be very skeptical of. Yeah. There might be another woman over there my age tonight. Yeah. I got a couple of Viagra just in case. Brought a couple of my Magnum rubbers with me. Oh yeah. You know, these women that date me now at this age, I don't know why I'm still carrying around rubbers. It's a good question. Shit, they couldn't have a baby if you offered them $10 million. These are old ladies, menopause plus. Should have left the rubbers home and brought a tub of KY jelly. We'll get sloshed. She'll look me in the eye and say, hey, have you had a vasectomy? It's like, no, you're fucking 63 years old. What the hell do I need one of those for? The vasectomy. Yeah, fucking bullshit. Oh, look at this. Virgin Mary. No, I'm going over to Ted's. It's better than a bar. Quality vintage wine. He's such a good guy. I mean, you know, these wine connoisseurs, they're really particular about their wine. My dad, it was kind of crude. He'd always let you know in the most vulgar way possible if somebody was sincere and knowledgeable about what they did. I'll give you an example, and this isn't me, although it is, I do have 50% of his DNA, which I wish I could get rid of. And I'd say something like to Dad, Dad, I'm thinking about getting my car worked on, and I'd like to go down there. He said, well, go down and see Johnny. And I'd say, well, Dad, why? He said, let me just put it to you this way, son. Johnny'd rather work on cars than fuck. And then the light came on. I realized how important it was to Johnny, who was a guy that was in his 20s, to work on cars. And for it to take that kind of priority, I knew he was the guy I wanted working on my stuff. So back to the wine connoisseur. These wine guys, I mean, they covet and keep this wine, and they only want to break it out for special occasions. And it's a lot. I mean, it's not my wine, I'm not bragging, but like at Marty's, about 6 months ago, we drank $1,000 bottles worth of wine. You know, I wouldn't pay that for a bottle of wine, and it was killer ass kicker wine. If you went into a brothel, and there was a $1,000 girl and a $100 girl, this is $1,000 girl bottle of wine. You know, most people brag about it. Like if you're over there and they think you're a good guy and they want to celebrate with you, they'll bring out the wine. You can see them, they're twisting it in their hand and they're looking at it, turning around the label and the cork like it's a newborn baby. And they look at it, and of course, I take the bait. I know a little bit about wine, not a lot. I know I like to drink it. And I say, I do my duty as a beloved guest. I say, what do you have there? Bingo, that's exactly what they're looking for. They say, oh. And Ted's not really like that, but he's proud of his wine collection, and he wants to know that I'm important enough that he wants to share his best cash. So I say, he said, this is a 1996. And I know what 1996 wine costs from Napa Valley. And Ted isn't really showing it off like to really take the total bait. He's just kissing it goodbye because he knows it's going to be gone in about a half hour with the two of us drinking it. And he's just such a sweet guy about it. I mean, most people, you know, they're going to never shut up about this quality of wine. But with him, the only way I know what kind of wine we drank is if I look in the trash bin. He won't even like brag about it. He's such a good guy. Oh, Captain Coke? Yeah, well, you got to be introduced to it. I didn't know anything about it either. I did figure out good beer on my own. You know, when I was growing up, they didn't have any of this shit. Microbreweries, craft beer, Budweiser, Pabst Blue Ribbon. I never really liked any of those. And with wine, I didn't know really. I knew a little, not a lot, but I know, I'd say I'm an average knowledge on wine. It's fun, it's cultural, it's interesting, the grapes, where they come from, the soil, what time of year, the tannins that occur. It's interesting, and I figured out whiskey on myself. That took quite a while. You know why I get that aged whiskey? But my point is, you drink a rum and coke, well, you're lucky to be at that level. The same with cheese. You know, this, you go to Walmart and get a big brick of sharp cheese, probably love it. But if you get turned on to aged cheese, 20, 30, 25 year, it's like 60 or 70 bucks a pound. And you say, well, I'm not paying that for cheese. Well, that's what I said too. But once you take a bite into it, oh, it's so good. Same with king salmon. Oh, thank you, Mike. I like stouts, not ales. I don't really care for hoppy beer. I don't like it. You know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. It's preference, personal taste. And I'll tell you another thing. Now, I'm a little weak on this area, and that is pairing foods with wine. As far as I'm concerned, after 3 bottles of wine, if those panties are down around her ankles and on the floor, I don't need to worry about anything else, let alone hooking it up with some kind of food. It's mission accomplished. No, yeah, you're right about that salmon. If you've ever had Copper River salmon, that's exactly it. Alaskan king salmon, when those run, they've got Learjets, all sorts of small jets sitting on the ramp in Anchorage and other smaller airports, waiting to load that fresh salmon and head out to Seattle and New York and Miami and all those 5-star restaurants. I'm telling you, fresh king salmon, I only had it fresh once when I was up there. And I ate dinner at a guy's house. It's so good, you wouldn't want to use tartar sauce, salt and pepper, butter, nothing. It's a food so good. It'd be like taking 30-year aged cheese and wanting to make a grilled cheese out of it. Or taking a really good quality, I don't like tequila, but good tequila, the good shit, I don't even like that, to be honest with you. But when you have these people that really don't know a lot about alcohol, and they want to brag to you, and they want to tell you what they're using in their margaritas, and they're using this high-end tequila, it's just stupid. It makes no sense to mix quality alcohol in a mixed drink. The restaurant will make you sound like it does, but you're wasting it. Well, the reason for the king crabs is because that season was banned. Second year in a row, and this year the Opilio, the queen crab, that was banned as well. There's no such thing as fresh king crab legs. By the time they make it in the lower 48, that's it. Yeah, crab is ridiculous. They just opened up a new crab restaurant in Augusta, Georgia. And I know the girl, she works at P.F. Chang's. And even blue crab, the cost of a bushel of blue crab, which they used to run on special, is quadrupled. I told you the other day, and in case you weren't listening, this guy that owns this McDonald's here, he owns 13 of them. 2022, their food costs went up $132,600 per store. That's that much money just missing out of the tax return. Now, I noticed when I went to the Walmart here, 2 years ago, I was getting those lamb chops $9.99. Now they're $14.99, $15.20. The Dragon's Milk went from $13.95 to, I think it's $15.40 or something like that. Yeah, but the crab, forget it. And that's not over with the crab anyway. I got Whole Foods in trouble one time in Chicago for selling undersized crab legs. Yeah, and I wish I could tell you. I mean, I read a lot about it and I'm interested about it, but this crab thing is a mystery. I mean, it's such a mystery that you don't even have the government fudging data. They don't know what happened to these crabs. The latest theory is that the 4-degree increase in water has changed the breeding. Bottom line, though, there's no crabs down there like there used to be. Yeah. Yeah, but they should have been able to find them even in different waters. You know, and for all these people that claim, you know, they get on me about helping a praying mantis hatch. Yeah, I know, it's not indigenous, but hey, people, these salmon in the Great Lakes, none of them are supposed to be there. Ringneck pheasants are not indigenous. You can't, it's like the Bible, either you believe in it or you don't. You can't pick and choose which you think should be here. All you hear about zebra mussels, because they plug up drains. Somebody's blowing a ringneck pheasant out of the sky, and people are fine with that. But these salmon in the Great Lakes is wrong to begin with. They have fucked up these Great Lakes huge. And then the alewives, that just complicated it. Then you got all the damn white people bitching, claiming that the Indians, Native Americans, caused this. That is absolutely false. If everybody treated the Great Lakes like the American Indians, Native American Indians, we wouldn't have this fucking problem, because they would have never put non-indigenous fish in them to begin with, let alone catch too many. Sport fishermen are doing the damage, not the Indians. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing you got to be careful about with walleye. You know, I do have some odd quirks, and one of them is reading weird shit, and I like neuroscience lectures for some reason. But on this fishing stuff, I mean, I really read about this shit. These people around here, you know, this is a shot in a beer town, tramp stamp on the girl's ass, Axl Rose tattoo on the guy's shoulder, that kind of shit. And that doesn't exactly bode well with reading a lot. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but these guys, I'll run into guys around here and they'll be bragging about a walleye, all you can eat walleye. I can basically tell you if a place is legit by what they charge. And it's like, oh Tom, there's a good walleye place now down in Beaverton. It's like, yeah, how much is it? It's $9.99. Now it's probably $14.99, which still, walleye, you're thinking, that's a pretty good deal. Eat as much as I want. And I know right away, that is not the walleye that you're used to from around Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota. And sure enough, it's called Alaskan walleye, which is like the difference between filet mignon and skirt steak. So most of the time, or a lot of the time, people really don't know what they're eating to begin with. You know what the number one fraudulent seafood is? Fake scallops. They got these machines that cut it out of this kind of whitefish. These people don't know. If you're deep frying it or you're putting it in like a thing I had tonight at the Asian place, it's hard to... Now you give me 6 pan-fried scallops and you're in a big world of trouble. It's so obvious. Texture, size, taste. This place right here, this place used to kill it till COVID. They don't do shit now. Hey, now I only got 15% in my battery, so I was talking a lot today, and I brought my charger with me over here, so on my way home, in my drunken stupor, I will have a full charge. Wonderful life. Fake walleye. Oh really, D. Snell? I never read that one. No kidding, huh? Pig butts. There, I got a book, I haven't read it yet. It's on fraudulent market. I'll tell you a big one for fraudulent food. Fake olive oil. Tons of it. They've caught a whole freighter of fake olive oil before. No shit. Is this a cool thing? Yeah, but I was going to sign off anyway because I'm going to be partying until on the way home. So it's not that big a deal. That's why I brought my charger. I knew I was fucked. Oh, look at this beautiful Christmas scene. Not coming back here. Probably my last winter here. I'm sure I'll come up from time to time. Later in the year, though. Later in the year. Look at these pizza places. Not doing shit. Open. Oh, you're welcome, Mystique. I'm going to have some good ones. Taking off, D? No, it's not cold up here at all. It's barely freezing. It's not cold. It's supposed to get cold, but this isn't shit. Plus, I got good thermal gloves on and 2 coats and a hood. I'm not one bit cold. Nope. West Branch, Michigan. Yeah. They said, Tom. Hey, some hoodlum. Another lady's coming overnight. She said, how old is he? He said, it's going to be 67. She said, that's a little old for me. She said, well, wait till you meet him. Yeah, I don't give a fuck anyway. Little does she know, you people are privy to my private life. She doesn't stand a chance against a 13-inch stack of porn. I'm going to be nice. Hey, how you doing? I don't want to walk in the snow and all that fucking shit. West Branch, Michigan. Oh, Traverse, great place. I like going up to Mary, visit Mary. We had a good dinner the other night. You know, it's funny, Mary, I was talking to Mark today, the guy that bailed me out of the first mental hospital. And he said, where'd you go with your friend the other night at, I said, we went to that, Knot Bar there in Omena. He said, you know, that's where they ran you off the road and I had to go get your van. I said, yeah, I know. I told her that while I was there. He said, what did it look like from the inside of that building? Yeah, I said it was higher and I was a little farther away. And it was under much better circumstances. And I said, by the way, that psychiatrist that really helped me, he got his license taken away because him and his office manager wife were supposedly, I don't believe this fucking bullshit, I don't care what the record says, soliciting customers. Here's a fucking psychiatrist from a good school, Tufts. It's not like some foreign medical school horseshit. Soliciting customers for threesomes. I don't fucking believe that. I mean, you show up to a psychiatrist, you're half fucked up anyway. So why would you take a poor quality of a person that may be interested? Plus, they're old. And say some shit like that when you're printing money as a psychiatrist in a nice town like Petoskey. I think it's fucking bullshit. I bet he got framed. Yeah, I could not believe it. Oh, that waitress is a sweetheart. Her and her daughter had a lot of health problems and moved down with the grandmom. Daughter's really smart, like 16, all-A student. And her girlfriend that works there too is an absolute sweetheart too. No, I always give them huge tips, Christmas bonuses. They deserve it. I mean, they're always so sweet and pleasant. They're excellent waitresses. The best. This is one of these little tributaries to the West Branch River. Isn't that cute? Yeah, super sweet lady. Diabetes, type 1 diabetes. Well, I think this is about ready to conk out, you guys. Health problems up the fucking ass. In there slinging hash 40 hours a week. So this is going to be tits up till I head home. If you notice I don't have clothes on, please mention it. I don't want to get arrested. I'd be on the sex offenders list for that. Oh yeah. Tits up. Yeah, Spokane, I had a damn logging truck almost run me off the road up there because the windshield wipers didn't work on a rental car. It's going over to Glacier National Park. Fucking cocksucker. Yeah, Terry. Yeah, thank you. Don't you worry, I will. Now you can see this house on the corner. These guys are a little light in the loafers. I mean, what two straight guys put out all that shit? I mean, come on. Girls, you're ever wondering if your boyfriend or fiance or husband's bi or gay deep down? Just give him a cheap test and tell him to go out and buy the Christmas ornaments. If that motherfucker spends like $5 on Christmas lights and it takes fucking 2 weeks to put them up, he's gay as hell. If he said, fuck it, I'll do it, and you promise him blowjobs every day of the week, he's going to go out and get a string of lights that he got at Walmart that were $9.99, nail that motherfucker at the top door. Straight. You don't need to go through all this bullshit, private detectives and all this shit. Yeah, fuck yeah. You guys are going about this the wrong way. Look at this. This took so long to put up that they didn't blow each other for over a month. You too, Terry. So, you know, I'm actually a little hot. It's not one bit cold. Fuck yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Merry Christmas. If you weren't on earlier, Jesus has created a epic blizzard for 2 days before his birthday. Oh yeah, that's because you're not gay, Jeremy. These guys are covering their tracks.